Hello friends, welcome to the channel The World of Ayurveda. Today we'll be discussing with you the concept of Rasayana in Ayurveda. As already told, Ayurveda consists of 8 sub-branches and important among them is Rasayana Tantra. This branch of Ayurveda is predominantly devoted in prevention of disease as well as delaying of the old age, or that is the geriatric stage of an individual. When we talk of Rasayana, the very popular Rasayana which come to our mind is Chyawanprash Rasayana. But friends, Chyawanprash is not the only Rasayana described in Ayurveda. All the texts of Ayurveda, right from the Charak, had described the concept of Rasayana Tantra in the very first chapter of the Chikitsa Sthan, or the chapter which concerned with the management of the diseases. Friends, the drugs which are very common today are the household name, for example, Amrita, Gaduchi or Tinospora cordifolia, Ashwagandha or Bithynia somnifera, Amla or what we commonly call as Ambelica officinalis, Pipli, Piper longum, Lasun or garlic, Shilajit, etc. are well-known Rasayana drugs of the Ayurveda. Similarly, the concept of Rasayana not only is concentrating on the physical health of the individual, it also explains the mental and social health of the individual. For obtaining the mental health and delayed degeneration of the nervous system or the higher mental function of the individual, we have a full concept of Medya Rasayana in Ayurveda, which includes the use of Manduk Parme, Jatamansi, Brahmi, Madhujashti, extra like of drugs. Similarly, the component of the social health has also not been left out in Ayurveda. For this, the Rasayana which we commonly call as Achar Rasayana, that is the moral and social code of conduct, the ideal behavior of the individual, has also been described under the chapter of Rasayana Tantra or Rasayana Vigyan. Friends, the latest research on various drugs of the Rasayana has shown that these drugs not only improve the immunity of the individual, they also delay the aging, they boost the immunity, stabilize the endocrinal system of the individual, help stop or delay neurodegenerative changes, as well as improve the physical strength of the individual. These drugs, which are commonly used in the single or in multiple combination form, are helpful in the healthy person as well as in the disease state of the individual. There is one precondition for use of Rasayana drugs or a full-fledged course of Rasayana therapy by an individual. It is mandatory that he should undergo purification by way of Panchkarma Shodhan therapy or Panchkarma purification before embarking on the Rasayana therapy. It is not that only drugs have been called as Rasayana in Ayurveda. Even food, which is commonly categorized in the chapter of Ajastrik Rasayana, is considered to be Rasayana. It is also equally important not only preventing the disease but also delaying the old age also. The research in the medical science has shown that the Rasayana drugs, if used properly, are not only adaptogenic, that is, help in adapting to the stress. For example, drugs like Ashwagandha, they are also immunomodulators, that is, the drugs which improve or normalizes the immunity of the individual. The drugs like Shilajit are specifically described to be used in metabolic disorders to balance the homeostasis of the individual and provide the physical and metabolic strength to the individual. Similarly, the Medya drugs are described for proper mental well-being of the individual, they have been found to be anxiolytic as well as mood stabilizing drugs. They also improve the intelligence of the individual and normalizes the mental health of the individual. Very interestingly, one may believe that only two components of the health, that is physical and mental health, has been touched by the Rasayana therapy, whereas the fact is that Ayurveda has also advised us to use the ideal behavior in the form of Achar Rasayana, which practically indicates that we should be the civilized citizen, we should behave as an ideal citizen, obey the rule of the land, should not be hostile toward individuals as well as other biological creatures. We should respect the ruler, we should respect the senior, and above all, we should respect the honored citizens of the country as well as old people, women, and we should be lovable toward children and all those who are in our community. We should not be doing violence against the animal in particular. This type of conduct, which was supposed to be followed thousands of years back, even if followed today, will not only give the social harmony but will also give social health to the individual. Thus, the concept of Rasayana is holistic concept like any other preaching of the Ayurveda for not only restoration of the health but preservation of the complete health of the individual. The drugs which are wonderful in specific diseases has also been included as Rasayana drugs and advised to be used in particular chronic conditions. In this category, the use of pipli or piper longo as the Rasayana in patients of Rajakshma, that is debilitating diseases like tuberculosis and wasting due to other reasons, has been there. Similarly, the same pipli has been used in chronic diarrheal diseases or chronic malabsorption syndrome to improve the power of digestion and absorption of the individual, which is considered to be essential for the optimum health of the individual. Thus, friends, we can believe that the concept of Rasayana, which need to be further enriched by research on all the drugs which are described in Ayurveda as Rasayana, starting from garlic to the amla or Ambelica officinalis, from ashwagandha to the complex preparations like Brahma Rasayana, like Chavanprash Rasayana. They need to be worked, and it is sure that they will prove their credentials as wonderful drugs in not only prevention of the disease but also as far as delaying the old age of the individuals. So this is sufficient for today. In next episode, we will talk about another important concept of Ayurveda, that is the concept of Vajikaran. For today's episode, I will like to have your feedback on the email of this channel, that is the Ayurveda helpline, health helpline at gmail.com. The Ayurveda health helpline at gmail.com. Thank you very much.